Okay, so now we have created all the views in our model drawings. Let's go and create the title block. For that, I'll go to this SSM folder, and here you'll see this title block NCA drawing. Let's open this one. Now here I have already created a blank title block with no information right now, and if you want to learn about creating this title block, then follow the link in the description, and there I've explained everything about creating this title block. Now moving on to this, we have this normal NCA title block where the length is 11 inches and the height is 8.5 inches. Also the size of this text is 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so that's the standard size which I have selected. And once again, if you want to know how to set these values, how to make them, follow the link in the description. Now I'll take it from here. Now we'll add some fields here, okay, and some other information that will be automatically populated when inserted in the title block. So for that, we need to first define the text style, which will be taken up by the field. So I'll go to annotation, and here we have this text style. Now look at this, we have annotative and standard text style. We'll create a new one. So I'll click on this A icon, and that will take us to this text style window. We have annotative and standard. Let's click on new. Now let's give it a name. So I'll name it as fields. Okay, and go to the drop down, change your text style to simplex. That's the one which I prefer. Also the height has been set to 1/8 of an inch. If not, you can just set it like this, 1/8 of an inch. Press tab key and it will just set it heights properly. Apply and close. Now go to the annotation again and make sure fields is selected here. So that should be the current text style. Now that is selected here. Let's move on and let's add the required fields here. So I'll go to field, FIELD, press enter, and let's start with the first thing here, the project name. So let's go to the drop down and select sheet set and current sheet set project name. So that's the field which you need to select. In the format, select none. We don't want uppercase or lowercase format. So okay, and place it right in this box where you want to put it, like this. Now we need project number, so press enter. That will repeat the field command, and we have this field here, sheet set, current sheet set project number, none in the format. Okay, and I'll place it here. So right now I'm getting some object snap points automatically, which I don't want. That's a distraction, so I'll just deactivate this object snap. Okay, now we have a check by field. We'll take care of that in a moment. Let's move to this other section, the sheet name and sheet number. So I'll press enter again, and here let's select current sheet number right here. Again, none. Okay, and I'll just place it right over here. Press enter again, and this time current sheet title, and okay, and that's the sheet title. Now we have a client and check by section. Let's enter that as well. So press enter, and these sections can be entered using some other options here. So I'll go to document, and here we have two options, this title and author. We'll use that. So I'll select the author, then none. Okay, and here I'll add this field, the author field. Again, press enter. Again, the same document field, and select title and select here client. All right, so we'll define these fields accordingly, and the list will be populated. Now with these changes, you can save your template, but there is one more thing that we need to add, and that's the base point. Right now the base point is at the origin, so we'll define the base point as well. So I'll expand this block panel, and here we have the base point option. Select base point and select this lower left corner. So look at this, right now I'm not able to select that because object snap was off. So select it to make it on, click on this lower left corner, and the base point is now defined. So right now most of the things must not be very clear to you. You might be finding these things confusing. That's fine. Once we start making our sheet set, things will become clear to you. And if this thing is not yet clear to you, just follow the video, and on the second time start making these drawings, so that way these things will become more clear to you. Alright, so moving on, let's save this title block. So I'll click on save, and there we have it. So we're done with this title block. Now we need to create a blank template where we can insert this. So let's just close it, and we have this open drawing. So let's type UN, that's for unit. Make sure architectural is selected, inches, and that's it. Now we will define our template. So I'll go to layout, and as I mentioned earlier, we are using NCA sheet size. So for that I will change some settings here. So I'll just erase that existing viewport, we don't need it. And now we don't know the size of this sheet, so I'll go to layout, page setup, and modify. Now set up your plotter, which is DWG to PDF in this case. Also here I'll select NCA, so normal NCA 11 by 8 inches with some margins. We are not selecting the full bleed paper, which has no margin at all, so we'll select this normal NCA paper. And with these changes you can simply click OK, or if you want you can also add additional settings. For example, we have drawings in different color, different objects of the drawing are in different color. Let's change it to monochrome. We want to see everything in black and white. So using monochrome will force AutoCAD to show the colors as black and white. Also make sure display plot style is checked. And with these settings I'll click on OK and close. So there we have it, the template. Now in this template we need to add two more things. The first thing is a layer. So I'll just go to layer properties, and I'll add a new layer. So go to layer and give it a name, VP, short for viewport. That's our layer. And now we can add the title block. So to add the title block, go to insert, now click on browse, and go to the location where you have saved your title block. So I'll go to desktop. We have the title block in SSM folder, so SSM, and there is the title block which we created. Open, and here just make sure explode is selected. So if you select explode, the title block will be inserted as a normal object. So it will be inserted in the drawing, and AutoCAD will explode it as well. So now click on OK, click here in the lower left corner, and look at this. So this will be now inserted. Now do you remember we have selected this point as the base point? So that's the reason why we selected this point, because now since we clicked here, the block will be inserted right from this base point. Okay, so everything is now perfect except this part here. So it's overflowing the page and the plotter margins, so we need to take care of that. And to take care of that, I'll select this stretch command. So stretch, I'll select this area and bring it inside the plotter margins. Also from this side, stretch, and I'll stretch it up to this point and bring it inside the plotter margins like this. And that's our final template. Now let's save it. So I'll go to save as, desktop, and here we need to select DWT format. Let's go to desktop again, SSM, and you can give it a name. So NCA template, and save it. Now here we have two information which can be filled right now. So these information, the information related to sheet can only be filled in the sheet set, but we can fill this information, and we'll do that now. So I'll go to this application button, drawing utilities, and drawing properties. Now in the title I'll type source CAD, and in author I'll write my own name. Click on OK, and let's click on save again. So now what happened, just look at this. So that information is automatically fetched right from that area, and it is included here. So that's because of fields, and we have our template prepared.